never to ask the Lord's blessing. He chastens and hastens his will to make known. The wicked oppressing now cease from...
Okay, here we are. Our bird is done. Because I have this Nesco and it is convection Nesco, it's not going to crisp up the skin quite as much as cooking it in your regular oven. So if you cook it in your oven, make sure you baste it, and then your skin will get nice and crispy. But we don't generally eat the skin anyway. I mean, sometimes we do if it's nice and crispy, but not today. What I'm going to do now is this. I've just taken this off the heat, and I'm going to take its temperature. Now, you can see that this thermometer reads 80 degrees. And I'm going to stick it in the thickest part of the thigh, which is right here, and I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it is going to register. Perfect. It is now 180 degrees, and it's going to go down now because I just took it out of the bird. But that's just where you want it. Perfect. Anything over 165 is safe. So now I'm going to let this bird rest for about 5 minutes. I'm going to take it out of the pan. I'm going to then remove the pan drippings. I'm going to remove some of the fat from the drippings, and then I'm going to show you how we make our apple cider gravy. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay, now a lot of people start their gravy with a roux. When I make gravy from drippings and broth, I do not use a roux because what I did, as you can see, I took the chicken out of the pan. I removed all of the vegetables that we use in the bottom of the pan. I removed all of the vegetables from the cavity of the chicken so the chicken will cool and rest. I then poured all of the pan drippings into this cup. There was about a quarter to a half cup of fat after this settled. You can see now there's actually very little left. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make the gravy in my skillet because this is easy, and I'm going to use a granulated flour that you can pour directly into bubbling liquid and it will not lump. So I'm going to start by using my pan drippings, and then I'm going to add, this is 3 cups of stock and 1 cup of apple cider. I'm just going to add this directly to the pan. And I'm going to turn this so that it will boil. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of poultry seasoning to this gravy. And some salt. I'm going to add some salt. We're going to start by adding a teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to go ahead and we may just leave it where it is, and we may let everyone salt the taste. Salting is so very important. I can't really stress how important salting is. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to wait for this to come up to a boil, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you what we're going to do next. So, I'll be back in a just. Okay, we brought our broth up to a boil, and now I'm going to use granulated flour. This is my preferred brand, Wondra. I do not get paid by Gold Medal Flour to endorse their product. However, I have been using this as long as I have been an adult. My mother used it from the time it came out on the market, and it has still had the same label, and it is the most wonderful thing to have in your pantry. Granulated flour is nothing more than pre-cooked flour. You can put this in boiling water and it will not make lumps. So, you're going to stream this very gently and sparingly, a little bit at a time. And you're just going to keep whisking. Because this flour is pre-cooked, it will not lump. I need to turn up my broth a little bit. I turned it back down now. I said it wouldn't lump, and it lumped. Look at that. Sometimes it'll do that if you do not have it at a full rolling boil. You have to have it at a full rolling boil. But what it does, this flour makes your gravy very silky. And it gives you just the consistency that you desire. And just keep whisking. All of those lumps are going to go away. And then the last thing that I do like to do in my gravy is I like to use this. This is completely optional. I like the way that it makes the gravy look. It gives it a nice brown color. You can use this. I've never microwave cooked meat before, but they say you can use this to brown microwave meat. It does give a nice gloss to your gravy. And we're almost done here. And then we'll be ready to, you know what we're ready for. We're almost ready to fix your plate, folks. So, let me finish up this gravy, and when we come back, we're going to fix you a plate, because I know you're hungry. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, here we are. Here's your plate. I hope you like dark meat. I wasn't sure what you'd enjoy, so I gave you one of the coveted legs. In our house, they're fought over. I also gave you a couple slices of delicious white meat. The chicken has turned out extremely moist, and it's seasoned and flavored just wonderfully. Here's our candied yam, our mashed potatoes, and I did not show you how I made the green beans because I'm just going to tell you what I did. I bought a bag. One bag is not enough for several people. It's enough for my family of the steamed in the bag frozen whole green beans. And I cooked those in the microwave according to their instructions. Then I removed them from their bag after they were cooked, and I placed them in a serving dish. I added 2 tablespoons of butter, a splash of apple cider, and I mixed that until all the butter was melted, and then I put a few sprinkles of sliced flavored almonds. And that was it. I'm really happy to have been able to share this with you. I hope you try it, and I hope you enjoy it. And I send nothing but incredible blessings to you and your family this holiday season. I hope that your Thanksgiving is wonderful, and I hope that you're able to be with family and friends that are coming from far away or that you're going to visit. And if you have loved ones who are serving in the armed forces, God bless you just a little bit more. Thank you so much. And until next time, happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. See ya!
We gather together to ask the Lord's blessing. He chastens and hastens His will to make known. The wicked oppressing now cease from distressing. Sing praises to His name. He forgets not His own.